Overnight, a live streamer catching the moment a 5.1 magnitude earthquake hit central Oklahoma, shaking felt as far as central Arkansas. The center of the earthquake was near Prague, Oklahoma. Many parts of northwest Arkansas felt it too. Experts say there are about 500 earthquakes around this magnitude every year. Thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz here with meteorologist Simone Thomas. Now, Simone, we started this week with great weather, but the weekend has become pretty rainy. Is it sticking around?
You know, we only got to get through this weekend hump, and fake spring that we've been joking about all week really is going to stick around at least for another week. So we've got some good news, but we do have a gloomy weekend ahead of us. Right now, we're just tracking pretty steady showers across much of the state. More of those yellows you see are going to be more moderate showers, bringing a little heavier downpours. So if you're doing any traveling or even plans, definitely make sure you're taking it easy on the road. As far as rain totals, like I said, it's been a pretty consistent shower throughout the day today. Just under 1/4 of an inch reported here at the Little Rock Airport. Mount Ida seeing just shy of a 1/2 inch. El Dorado to our south, just shy of 3/4 of an inch. Now, as we continue through the rest of the evening, definitely looking to see more of these rain showers. We'll talk about how your Sunday as well as the days to come are shaping up to be in your full forecast, so make sure you stick around.
Now, just over a week ago, we learned the governor appointed Jamal Jones to be chairman of the Post-Prison Transfer Board. Jones resigned last night. He leaves just a day after reports resurfaced revealing sexual relations with a minor. In his resignation, Jones saying in part, quote, "It has been the honor of my life to serve the people of Arkansas in this capacity," adding he is thankful to the Sanders administration for the opportunity, but this was the best decision for he and his family. Benton police fired Jones about a year into his career as an officer back in 2018. A criminal investigation found that a 17-year-old girl initiated a sexual relationship and kept her age a secret. Jones never faced charges, but the department fired him for initially lying about the nature of the relationship. Friday night, a spokesperson for the governor said her priority remains, quote, "the safety and security of all Arkansans." We are learning more tonight about those U.S. airstrikes in the Middle East as retaliation over the killing of 3 American soldiers overseas. Christian Benavidez reports the targets were all facilities belonging to Iranian-backed militia groups.
Images broadcast on Syrian state TV claiming to show the impact of U.S. airstrikes in the region. The retaliatory airstrikes took place across Iraq and Syria. The Defense Department says it hit several sites, including command and control centers, weapons depots, and drone storage facilities, all of them linked to Iran's Revolutionary Guard and affiliated militia groups. But the U.S. did not hit targets inside Iran.
The goal here is to get these attacks to stop. We are not looking for a war with Iran.
In a call with reporters, Biden administration officials said the strikes specifically targeted groups that meant to do Americans harm. Since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria have been targeted at least 165 times.
This wasn't just a message-sending routine tonight. This was about degrading capability.
Iran has also reacted to the strikes, the country's interior minister condemning the attacks, saying it will naturally lead to the flames of the resistance and that the U.S. should act wisely. The response came 5 days after a drone struck sleeping quarters and an American outpost in Jordan, injuring 40 and killing Army reservist soldiers Will Rivers, Breonna Moffett, and Kennedy Sanders. President Biden ordered the strikes just hours after he attended the dignified transfer of the remains of those 3 U.S. soldiers. Christian Benavidez, CBS News.
Today, the Defense Department said that U.S. forces conducted strikes in self-defense against 6 Houthi anti-ship cruise missiles in the Red Sea. Right now, traffic at the I-40 bridge to Arkansas is picking back up. Multiple lanes were blocked earlier today during a pro-Palestinian demonstration that began at Memphis City Hall. The protest was organized by the group Memphis Voices for Palestine. More than a dozen police officials were on the scene. Arkansas is again projected to have a lot of money left over once the 2024 fiscal year comes to a close. Recent tax cuts are starting to have an impact. Instead of an extra amount in the billions, Scott Hardin with the Department of Finance and Administration says the projections now are at $240 million.
Those tax cuts mean hundreds of millions of dollars stay with Arkansans. That's money the state is not going to collect, which is great. The way that Arkansans will see this is they'll see larger tax returns.
The Sanders administration says it wants to eventually phase out state income tax entirely, but the governor has said it can't happen all at once. Lawmakers will come back to Little Rock in April to set budgets for next year during the fiscal session. The latest jobs report is out. Hiring in January came in much higher than anticipated. This despite the fact that many companies have announced cutbacks. In all, the U.S. economy added 353,000 jobs last month, almost double what economists expected. Plus, December's numbers were revised higher from 216,000 to 333,000 jobs.
And wages were up by 4.5% from a year ago. That means workers are continuing to earn more than the inflation rate. I think that you've got to look at where there is job growth, look at the skill set you have, and apply those skills to the areas of the economy that continue to grow.
One snag in the latest jobs report, the average hourly worker saw their shifts cut to just 34 hours a week. Experts say struggling companies often scale back hours before they cut jobs. It's an ongoing issue impacting millions across the country. A nationwide truck driver shortage is still lingering, and Arkansas cities are feeling the impact. The city of Little Rock is facing some challenges to fill some of its open positions that require drivers with a commercial driver's license. Unfortunately, they're not that easy to come by, and now the Public Works Department is having to make some adjustments because of it in order to get their daily jobs done.
We're actually making a little bit of adjustments on the size of equipment we buy. Some of our patch trucks for patching potholes are a little bit smaller, so we can do it with non-commercial driver's license people.
Although the truck driver shortage is slightly improving, according to the Arkansas Truckers Association, we're still in a big need of them. According to the ATA, we're short about 60,000 drivers nationwide and about 2,500 statewide. Many people struggle to get a good night's sleep. Some use over-the-counter drugs like Melatonin if they're not sleeping well. Many of the products are billed as healthy supplements, but is that the truth?
And it is totally unregulated. Because it's easily available and over-the-counter, most parents think that it's a safe medication.
Tonight at 10, THV 11's Karen Fuller shares everything you need to consider before you and your families take their next dose of melatonin.